Okay, today we're starting relations, domain and range. Relation is a set of ordered pairs. Examples of relations: S, which equals 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those are all points. T is another one, negative 3, 5, 4, 12, 5, 12, 7, negative 6. Every relation has two sets. It's got the domain, which is the first element, the set of the first elements. It's got the range, which is the set of the second elements. For S above, the domain of S, well, that's the X value, so I've got 1, 3, and 5. I don't need to write. And the range of S is the Y values, 1, 2, 4, and 6. For T, the domain is negative 3, 4, 5, and 7. And the range of T, which is the Y's, is 5, 12, and negative 6. Remember, I don't need to write the numbers twice. Some relations can be defined by a rule. In order to fully define the relation, we specify the rule and the domain. For example, the set xy such that y equals x plus 1, x is an element of 1, 2, 3, 4, is the relation 1, 2, because when I put x equal to 1, I get 2. When I put x equal to 2, I get 3. So there it is there. Domain is the set of the x values, 1, 2, 3, 4. The range is the set of the y values, 2, 3, 4, 5. Graphing relations. We graph relations on the Cartesian axes. So example says graph the relation xy such that y equals x plus 1, where x is the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's only those points there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll just draw out my axes here, extend it here, y. So I've got the points 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll better put my y's there, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, these are only the points. I'll do them in red. So when x is 1, we get y equal to 2, because I've got to add 1. When x is 2, I get 3. X is 3, I get 4. X is 4, I get 5. I do not draw a line here to join these points up, because it's only the x values of 1, 2, 3, 4, which is different to this next one where it says the same question, but x is an element of rules. Rules means all the x values. So that means we're also looking at the decimal places. So here I would be joining the line up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, negative 1. Well, because this is a straight line, all I really need is an x coordinate. So when x is 0, y is 1, and a y coordinate. So I've got those 2 points there. So here I would join my line up. So that's what I get there. Mapping diagrams. We can represent relations using mapping diagrams. That should be a D there. I'll just change it there. Create a mapping diagram for this. 3 to 6, 3 goes to 5 as well. So there's we've got the line 3 going to 6 and 3 going to 5. The point 2, 5, 2, 4. So 2 maps onto 5, 2 maps onto 4, and 1 maps onto 2. In summary, a relation may be written as a list set of ordered pairs, not always possible or convenient, a rule with a specified or implied domain, and it can be represented as a graph or a mapping diagram. Example 3 says sketch the graph of each of the following and state its domain and range. So I'll do part A over here. I won't write it out again, but I'll need points. So quickly I'll do 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Label these axes y, x, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. I'll change it to red so I can quickly do it. Negative 2 and negative 1 is here. Negative 1 and negative 1 is here. Negative 1 and 1, 0, 1, 1, and negative 1. So that's part A there. Part B, that should be x squared plus y squared equals 1. So part B, we have a circle, which is going to be, and x is the elements from negative 1 to 1, so we can't cross it, but that doesn't matter because this circle has centre 0 and radius of 1. So it's going to be 1 up here and 1 up here. There's y, there's x, and I'll draw the best circle I can under these circumstances, which is not bad. Oh, I forgot to do the domain and range for it. This domain will equal -2, -1 and 1, just the x values, and the range. This one will be -1 and 1. The domain here is from -1 to 1, and because this is a circle and its closed, they're included, I can write it like this. I can also write it a different way, and the range is from -1 to 1 as well. Part C, we have 2x plus 3y equals 6. So here we're going to have a straight line. When x is 0, the y-intercept is going to be 2. So I'll just mark the 2 down there. And when y is 0, 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's going to be 3 there. So this will have a line like that. And it's x is greater than 0. So it starts from here and it goes that way. And it will continue. So the domain here is from x is greater than 0, so we can write it like that, or we can write it at x positive, including the 0. So there are different ways to write it. And the range, well, the lowest range value that we'll have is -infinity, because remember the graph continues down this way, so open bracket. And the highest y value that we'll have is 2. And because 2 is included, I'll put my square bracket. D, we've got y equals 2x minus 1, but the elements are between -1 and 2. So that's fine. I'll draw that one up. X is -1, and it won't go any more than 2. X and y there. This is a straight line. When x is 0, we get y equals -1, so it's going to cross there. And when y equals 0, I'm going to get a half. X equals a half. So it's going to cross there. It's only a straight line, so I've got this, I've got that. Now, can't go any past this, so I better put -1. When x is -1, I'm going to get -2 minus 1, -3. So I need that endpoint, so it starts here, and nothing else, and -1 is included, so I include that. When x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, so it's going to go up to the value of 3 there. And that is a square bracket, so that will be included as well. So this line is from there to there, nothing else. The domain for it is from -1 to 2, and the range, lowest value is -3 for y, and the highest value is 3. Example 4, find the range of the relations with these rules. So it would be easier to sketch these because it's a bit hard to do if you don't sketch them. You guys already know how to sketch them, so I'm just going to quickly sketch these. We'll go past 5. The turning point will be 2 and 1. So there it is there. That's y. That's x. So graphing this one, since it goes there and that's my turning point, will be like this. Okay. The range of this one here, the lowest y value is 1, and the highest y value that we have is infinity. And I don't include that one. Then part B, the same thing. I'll sketch it first, and again, you guys know how to sketch these, so I'm not going to go through that. Y and x, -1 and 2. The y value would be -5 down here, the intercept, so it crosses there. That's the turning point, 2 and -1. So this graph will look something like this, because it's a parabola. And the range for this one, the smallest y value that we have, and remember this continues, is -infinity. And the highest y value that we'll have is -1. That's included, that's not. Example 5, sketch the graph of x squared plus 2 between -2 and 1 and state the range. So again, you guys know how to sketch it. So I'll just quickly draw it up. When x is -2, we're going to get -2 squared is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. So -1, -2, that's going to be up to 6. That's my y, so it's going to start there and be included. That's my x. When x is 1, 1 squared is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. So there's my 3 there. It's going to stop here. I know it's been shifted up. Okay, so it's been shifted up to 2, so it's going to cross there. So here's what I've got. Starts here and it's a full circle, ends here and it's a full circle, and it crosses there. So I've got that parabola like that. The range, the lowest value of y is 2, and that is included. It's right there. And the highest value of y is right there, 6, and that is also included. So we leave it like that. Implied and maximal domain. When they give us a relation, there's no domain written, then we take the biggest domain we can. This is known as the maximal domain, or implied domain as well. Example 6, for each of the following relations state the maximal domain and the range. So we really need to sketch these before we can do anything. Well, this is just a circle. Again, the circle. Center is 1 and 0, so the center is right there. Radius of 3, so when I sketch this, it will look something like this, and I'll just work out where it's going to be. So it'll look something like this, center there. Oh, pretty bad. So remember that was 1, so that radius of 3 will make it 4, radius of 3 here will make it -2, radius of 3 here will means that's 3, and -3 there, so it's pretty bad drawing. The domain will be from -2 to 4, and they're both inclusive, and the range is from -3 to 3. And this one here, this is a semicircle, so it's the positive part, so it's above. It been shifted up 1, so that's like where it is. Okay, it doesn't start on the y-axis, it starts there. It will have start at -3, 1 there. It will end at 3, 1 here, and it will go up to 4 there. So there's my y and my x. So it's there. Whoops, bad drawing. It's supposed to stop there and go like that. The domain is from -3 to 3, the x values. The range, well, this time the lowest value for y is 1, and it is included, and the highest value of y is 4, and that is included as well. That's your 6B questions.